Alrighty, another episode of the Luke Pipala show. Diddy,
The diddler.
the diddler. Yeah, he got arrested and was not allowed to post bail. So that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he 500 million, something like that. I heard,
think it was
and
500 million.
and
yes.
then he also promised to stay away from women.
Yes, I heard
keep
that
a distance from women. Which Diddy, we're not even worried about the women that you're bro.
I think I'm more so worried about the kids.
I'm worried about the kids, and from what I hear, I don't know that he's been any like little girls.
No, too. That's the thing. Which I mean, good, I guess. But I mean, he's everything else. Anyway, so real quick, this is a crazy news cycle. It feels like, yeah, we've never covered an election year before. We're in an election year right now, and I covered Diddy when he got his Miami and his LA home raided in March, and that did okay. But I mean, man, everything is coming back to light. So we're just gonna play this for you real quick. Here's an article from the New York Post. And this talks about Diddy and the courtroom sketches right here. So it says right here from the New York Post, Diddy is, quote, as bad as Epstein, quote. It says officer who saw his sex rooms, hidden cameras during the Miami raid. So we're going to play this for you. And there's going to be an ad, but I'm going to try and get around it. Here we go. 1 second here.
Nope, realestate.com.
I know. I'm going to wait for the ad to go.
Oh, that's Real
But
Estimate.
yeah,
Real
yeah.
Estimate, if you'd like
Yeah.
to sponsor the show, we'll play your ads,
Yeah.
honestly, before the show even kicks off.
I guess so. I mean, I'm not going to play this stuff.
No. While we're waiting for the ad, if you guys want to go over to Twitter, follow me at _Shide. I've been really active on there. A lot of politics.
A lot of politics.
But yeah, go over there and follow me. Follow Luke at I don't even know.
Just Luke Pipala, I think.
There you go. All right.
Here we go, fellas. This is what the prosecutor revealed about Diddy.
HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices.
So real quick, I think we should preface this. The freak-offs are the Diddy parties and what they were called. And so a bunch of sexual things, activities would happen.
Baby oil.
Yes, and we'll talk about that too. Yeah. There was 1,000 bottles of baby oil, or 1,000 pounds of baby oil found at his mansion when they raided it. And so these freak-offs are basically what people have thought Diddy to like have done all these sexual things to people after having drugged them. Kind of like a black Epstein is what people are portraying him as right now. So getting people to do, celebrities, politicians, to do these sexual things and then videoing them and blackmailing them. And allegedly he has videos from all of these freak-offs. So we're going to let the prosecutor finish what he's saying here.
That contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
More than 1,000 bottles, not 1,000 pounds. Okay, so right off the bat, right, it talks about the Department of Homeland. Damn it, I can't talk. The Department of Homeland Security agents who helped raid Diddy's Florida abode claimed that the music mogul had rooms that were clearly dedicated to sex with cameras around, right? You see the court photos, which I don't really get the point of court photos anymore. Why can't you
I don't understand them either. Why are we paying somebody to shittily draw, mind you?
Yeah.
The
It's
faces
never
of
good.
these people. And also, too, it's like, okay, you get this one image of this person, and it's like, okay, did Diddy look like that the whole time? Did his attorney look like that the whole time? Like, no, these people just look stupid. Take a fucking picture.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, continuing on, quote, so if you were in these sex parties, you were being raided or recorded from every possible angle, including angles you wouldn't have known about, the source said, referring to the sometimes days-long orgies he called freak-offs, where drugged-up victims were allegedly forced to have sex with male prostitutes. Okay, so Diddy was already, like, would you say, like, it was, like, hidden in plain sight that he was like this, dude?
I mean, yeah. There's I don't know. It's hard to say. I would say yes. Do I think it was hidden in plain sight directly? Maybe not. And I only say that because who in their right mind thinks of this? You know, before Epstein, it was like, who in their right mind could even think about an entire room in a mansion dedicated to sex with minors, dedicated to blackmail. I mean, it's just insane to think about.
But this is the whole thing. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No,
go
you're
ahead.
fine. No.
This is just the whole thing. Like, we have grown up. We were born both in 2001, okay? But people before us, too, we grew up trusting these institutions.
Yeah.
And kind of with the rise of Trump as a political figure, regardless of if you're liberal or conservative, you don't trust the media as much anymore because they lied and it was exposed.
Right.
And going back to it, Hollywood has portrayed themselves as, like, moral for so long, right? And you see the Quiet on Set documentary about the Nickelodeon child stars. You see people like Demi Lovato.
I mean, it was really the Me Too movement that kicked everything off.
Yeah, and we shit on the Me Too movement sometimes, but I say this.
Yeah, it kicked everything off in Hollywood and exposing all that with Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. I mean, all that stuff.
Both of who are free men today, which is interesting.
Yes. Now, the one thing that I will say, and again, it does have to do with Diddy, but I feel like, okay, you hear about all this crazy shit with Epstein, and you see what happened, or what happens with the kind of people that get arrested for pedophilia or for anything like that. I think no, you're good. I think it's very crazy that, like, look at Diddy. Diddy is a gangster. You know what I mean? Like,
or at least that's how he portrayed himself.
It's how he portrays himself, you know? So whether he's a CIA op or whether he's, you know, just a sick fuck, no matter what, he's a sick fuck. But, I mean, to sit here and say that we expected this gangster-looking black man to do all this crazy shit to minors and to fucking celebrities and people of power, it's just insane to think about, because who in their right mind would, when you think of, you know, a predator or something like that, like, you don't, I in my head, I wouldn't think of Diddy. Like, I probably, like, a black rapper would probably be the last person on my list.
And somebody that has portrayed himself for so long as a very sexual person, in pop culture, media, very tough, like you're saying. He was boys with Biggie, and there's conspiracies that he killed Biggie, he killed Tupac, whatever. I wasn't alive back then, and I don't have a connection to that.
Not at all.
I only have a connection to what I've been alive for. And to segue on, you wouldn't... Why I say they did this in plain sight, bro, is because these were videos of him and Justin Bieber that he put out, right? Yep. Either on his Instagram or online, and they're really chilling, man, because they're coming back to light again. So we'll play these for you, and we'll talk about them.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy.
48 hours in Diddy.
They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but
come on,
look at JB, look at him biting his lip and looking like that's just.
How are you a sane person?
Yeah,
48 hours, we can't disclose what's going on. Justin Bieber was like 12 at the time,
right?
Bro.
Say you're recording a track, say you're fucking trying to produce an album, say anything like that. Don't say that you can't tell him what you're doing.
Continuing on,
it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
15, sorry.
You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I've been given custody of him, bro. This is weird.
Legal guardianship of Usher when
we'll get to Usher too.
He did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So
look at that.
And we gonna go buck full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Buck naked.
Full crazy. So you would think, okay, one video, that's a little weird, right?
Right.
You would
it's
think,
manageable. Okay, that was creepy. But guess what?
And now look, we have a second. We're gonna play this. So Justin's a little bit older. He's like 17 maybe, and Diddy put out a video with him. Here we go.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. We haven't been hanging out like we used to hang out. And Justin's like, creeping. It's creepy. I would freak out too. What the hell?
Right.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah. Starting to act different, huh?
Okay. So even that. Okay. It's starting to seem a little bit weird.
I mean, at the end of the day, what are you doing as, again, a black gangster rapper hanging out with Justin fucking Bieber, bro?
A child star who was very young, very impressionable.
Right.
And you could have taken advantage of him at any point in time.
Right.
All right, so here is Justin, and this is when he was much older, a couple years ago. He's talking about Billie Eilish, and he's saying that he wants to protect her from Hollywood and not have her have a life that he had, okay?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But
again, talking about Billie Eilish.
But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
All right, so so obviously Justin Bieber is visibly upset.
So obviously Diddy fucked him. There's no way around that. Obviously Diddy diddled JB. It's clear and concise. Obviously all the facts aren't out there, but to have that, all those clips, and now Justin Bieber years later talking about it, and you just saw like the way that he sat up like that. He was and kind of holding his arms like this. That's classic victim pose.
Visibly in tears too.
Right. So it's so tough. But like we were saying, obviously Justin Bieber, who was signed to Usher, and Usher was. I don't know what the custody thing means, if that's fucking real or not. Well, but I know Diddy was 20 and
Usher was 10. And I'm looking for that video right now. But just to go back to it, bro, Diddy stole, or somebody in Hollywood stole Justin Bieber's innocence, stole his childhood. He was a celebrity at 12 years old. I remember when that was happening. Bro, it was crazy. He was the biggest person ever. And the fact that somebody was able to take his childhood and scar him, permanently damage him for life is terrible, because I'm a fan of Justin Bieber, not necessarily the music, whatever, but the person. I always thought that he was a good dude, and he was also outspoken Christian.
Yeah.
Really big fan. I know his wife and him are having a baby now.
Yes.
But it's just very heartbreaking. So anyway, this is Usher, and Usher was on Howard Stern, which fuck Howard Stern.
I was about to say before we play this, number one, fuck Howard Stern.
Howard Stern
pussy,
is
you're
a big
coward.
Liberal.
And he hates his fans.
Yes, he does hate his fans, and also he became what he was against in the beginning of his career, the Machine. So he was talking to Usher here about when Usher was living with Diddy, when Usher was 10. Here we go.
Moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But
all dudes.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige, they ain't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4?
Chores.
Watch when Howard Stern asks Usher if he would let his daughter partake in this. Check this out.
4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Hell no. That's right. And so, What I think is kind of odd,
But
though.
what did he do? I'm pretty sure he was okay sending JB to Puffy camp.
Well, I don't even know. Here's the thing. You don't know if Usher had control over all of that. You don't know how far deep in he was.
You're right.
But I'm not trying to stick up for anybody. I'm just saying you don't know. But what I found very telling is, like, they knew, right? They knew because they were joking around about it. But why would you joke around about somebody who's 10 years old being subjected to all of this adult sexual stuff? Let's be honest. That's what they were alluding to.
Right.
Why in the hell would you ever just be okay with that? You know, it's a little bit weird. But going on, too, I'm trying to find the video of Usher with Kevin Hart and Diddy. And Diddy is
Was
just...
Usher there, or was it... I know which video you're talking about, the live stream.
We're going to find it. And I believe Usher was there, too. And Diddy's being very blunt about what would happen. What used to happen.
He was talking about wrestling with Usher.
Yeah, and waking up and fighting over the cornflakes.
Yeah. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. And genuinely, I hope that Diddy does not have the same fate as Epstein. With whether it's a cover-up murder or a quote-unquote suicide, like those, I pray that doesn't happen, only so everybody connected to this can fall with him, because the issue is we haven't gotten Epstein's full list, and I don't know why.
Well, you know why, because there's too many powerful people. That's the thing,
right? But the issue is if this is all true, and he just named Biggie, and he named what was Lil Kim, he obviously Usher, the Kardashians are associated with Diddy. There's so many celebrities that are associated with Diddy. Politicians are associated with Diddy,
and we'll talk about that too.
Yes, but we'll get to this clip.
But so this is that live stream we were talking about, and carefully listen to what Diddy says. It's kind of telling. There's a longer version, but I only have the 42-second one right now.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn.
Look at that.
Like,
wake up and...
I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because...
They used to wrestle for the Frosted Flakes when Diddy was 20 and Usher was 10, and they used to wake up and fight over...
And I love how Diddy prefaces it with, Usher was like 10 and I was a little bit older. Try 10 years. Try 10 years, you sick fuck.
It was a minor, but notice, too, how he was like, he was like stuttering almost.
He has no idea, and he's going to chalk it up to, he's hammered or whatever, and that's probably why Kevin Hart was laughing it off. But it's just so funny to sit here and see all that and hear the truth coming from Diddy's mouth, and it sounds disgusting, and nobody's called him out on it.
I know. We have 14 more seconds here. I want to see what this is.
He used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live.
Yeah, that's before Kevin Hart sold his soul.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's a little weird, right?
It is. And
so now we're starting to go through the evidence here. We're starting to get the facts. Well, there is more, folks. Diddy has had a kind of a weird relationship with Meek Mill over the past, I don't know, couple years. And not just Meek Mill, but particularly Meek Mill, because nobody used to think that Meek Mill was gay before. And I'm gonna play it, and I hope we don't get in trouble, but I'm gonna play the audio. This is what has been thought. This could very well be AI, folks, but I hope it's AI, but this could be real. This is allegedly leaked audio of Diddy and Meek Mill, and I probably shouldn't play this, but I'm just gonna play it.
All the champagne was spiked, son. Like all the champagne.
Okay, so real quick, that was alleged audio
of Meek Mill and Diddy
And Diddy.
recorded by this man who was.
Well, it wasn't this man. This right here is Busta Rhymes. Now,
Is that Busta?
And this is Busta. I believe so. I think it's his voice. Busta Rhymes is talking about the parties and specifically what they would put in. Oh no, Trump fell. What they would put in the drinks. Okay, so listen to this.
Spike, everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke, nigga.
That might
like
not
I
be
smoke and I
Busta.
have my own weed, but like everybody.
It's a security guard because I saw
That's
the click.
right. That's not Busta Rhymes.
So it's a
Whoops.
security guard who is claiming that he doesn't drink, but he does smoke. Diddy offered him weed, but he brought his own weed. He smoked that, and so he is the one who got this recording of quote unquote Meek and Diddy fucking. And he put his phone up to the door to record the sounds of Diddy clapping cheeks.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, yeah, daddy. Like, when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all that shit because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich. So I'm finna put the squeeze on and give me a couple dollars and just say, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody believed that was really Diddy beating Meek back in. But now...
All right, so that's not the only thing, too. So this former security guard, I'm sorry, I thought that was Busta Rhymes for a second there.
All good.
Wow. This theme of Diddy calling Meek Mill daddy actually is...
Continues.
It does continue. I'm trying to find the video. Here we are. So this is a video from, I believe, Instagram Live, but I can't exactly be sure. And Meek Mill's in the pool. Everybody thought Meek Mill was just hanging out. This might have been after he got fucked by Diddy. We're going to play it, and here you go. Yeah, you take it, daddy. Putting in that work, daddy. And play it again.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Like, why are you calling another man daddy?
Well, I think I know why. Because he fucked him. That's why. And you could see Meek Mill's pants are a little bit down. It looks like he took some up the ass.
He was putting in the work, says
Daddy.
Diddy.
He putting in that work, daddy.
Yeah.
So that was interesting and very telling, too, obviously.
Yeah.
But this does not end, everybody.
It doesn't.
No.
And that's the issue, is it doesn't end with these A-list celebrities. It goes even higher to people of, people of the government.
So real quick, before we go to the people of the government here, we got LeBron. LeBron is on tape talking about the Diddy party, saying there's nothing like a Diddy party. Now,
Yes, sir.
LeBron has been thought to be in the Illuminati for a long time. I mean, I like LeBron personally. I don't agree with everything he says politically because it's dumb, but he's from around here. He's from where we're from, and so you want to support LeBron. I'm a fan of LeBron, but here he is talking to Diddy about the Diddy parties.
And giving everybody a light. Man, this is an unbelievable thing, man. Like everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. So.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Of course.
Do you think LeBron's a part of this? Because here's the other issue is obviously Diddy lives in a mansion. So to sit there and say that every single person that has passed through Diddy's house or that has taken a picture with Diddy, and I'll even extend that to the people who want to, say that all these left politicians were praising Diddy for the party that he was hosting and whatnot.
Look at this, dude. This is Diddy in the bed with a couple of prominent celebrities, right? You have, I believe this is Dame Dash. This is Aaliyah. She was a pop singer. Yep. She died. This is Jennifer Lopez. And there's Diddy in the bed. Who else do we got here? Okay, here's him and Jay-Z. There's Jay-Z. Thought a lot of people think Jay-Z is implicated in this shit, too.
Which I could see.
I think so, too. Here they are. Same thing, right? In a giant ass bed. We're gonna go back to it. Don't you think it's a little bit weird? I'm talking about these celebrity orgy parties that these people, Jennifer Lopez, is implicated.
Yeah.
A little bit weird, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
Continue.
good. But all I was saying is, you know, to sit there and say that every single person that's walked through Diddy's house or that's taken a picture with Diddy or anything like that has known about these sex parties. I'll sit there and say that goes as far as, you know, the Kamala Harris when she was praising Diddy for hosting that thing for COVID.
Yes.
You know, and it goes the same way with Donald Trump taking pictures with Diddy. It doesn't fucking mean that these people were doing anything, had any idea of it. So I will say that now, because you can't say anything until the evidence is there. The evidence is pretty aggressive when it comes to Diddy and Bieber.
Yeah, definitely.
The evidence is pretty crazy when it comes to Diddy and Usher. But
I would argue it's been here for a while. Look at this, bro. This is back in the 90s, right? How would, I mean, subtly, obviously, but look at this, man.
Well, it truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Look, Mike Tyson is in an interview with Diddy and moves his hand away from him.
Now, when we come back, we're gonna
Sits
talk more
all the way away.
If you want to hang out more than
Mike Tyson, who could beat his ass, moves visibly away from Diddy. Look, we'll play the thing again. Moves his hand away. Look, Diddy has his hand rested on Mike Tyson's thigh when it replays. Look at this, man. He's like, no, that's okay. We're good. We're just going to put it over there.
But Diddy don't move it.
No.
Diddy don't move it.
That's the thing. That's what's weird. And, like, how did they keep this under wraps for so long? I can't find the... Actually, yeah, we'll go to this one, okay? So this is the scene that I was talking to you about, right? This was in the movie Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand, right? But the reason I say I feel like they kept this under wraps for a while also, like, hiding it in plain sight is because there was a scene in this movie about Diddy being a freak, and we'll just play it for you.
This is what the music industry is all about.
Sergio's going crazy.
I love this game.
He's Jeffrey. Let's go.
Bye. No, I don't think so.
He doesn't want them to leave.
I'm gonna run so fast in my life. I don't have my luggage. Fuck your luggage. Go get your new luggage. Where you going?
It's obviously meant to be played off as like a comedy, funny thing.
This is the longest haul I have long time. It's cute.
But look, they're visibly creeped out in the movie.
You did not outdo me. I ain't black.
Have you ever seen this movie? I have not.
Neither have I. I would like to.
Now that I see you guys, alright.
No, hold on, he gets back up.
Why aren't you bitches going? Come on! Go! Plan worked. Now that's a motherfucker.
Diddy.
So,
Diddy. Diddy.
But like that's the thing, they hid it in plain sight,
Yeah.
and they made it a joke.
Yeah.
And that's what I really don't get.
But I
And-
think that's how they played off, and that's how they were able to keep it in plain sight. Is he's doing these interviews. Shit's creepy with Bieber. Shit's creepy with Usher. Shit's creepy with Meek. And what do? You go into a movie and you just kind of make fun of it, you know, and mock it until it comes out.
There's so much shit though. I mean, there's the clip, and I want to play this too. There's the clip of Conor McGregor talking about the first time that he met Diddy and saying he wanted to beat him up. This was in 2014 after just meeting him for the first time. And we're going to play this for you guys. Here we go.
Years that you've become friendly P. Diddy, and there you are with was P. Diddy, did he ask to be in the photo with you, or was it the other way around?
I mean, P. Diddy's a little up his own ass, to be honest. But that was
Oh, that's great.
now, we were at a college football game to UCLA. What he is, you know what I mean? I didn't even want to get in the picture. He barely shook my hand. I was about to just give him a left to the chin real quick. But this is LA, isn't it? You just go around meeting people, so I'm just having fun. But P. Diddy was on the bottom of the list of people I wanted to meet, especially after finally meeting him.
Only you could say P. Diddy's up his own arse.
Wow.
He said Diddy was up his own ass.
And
Okay.
that's coming from McGregor, who, I mean, if anybody's up his own ass, it's him.
Yeah, exactly.
At least in the public eye. But, dude, like, it is just, it's insane. And I can't wait for the trial. I can't wait for
if he lives. But there's more. There's more to this. It just doesn't end. There's the viral 50 Cent clip when he was on the Breakfast Club, and he talks about Diddy just wanted to take him shopping. And he was like, What the hell? I have clothes. What do you mean? What are you doing? Hold on right here. It's coming up. There's so much shit. There is so much shit, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play everything. And then we have Diddy's response to 50 Cent talking about this too. Here we go. So here's 50 on the Breakfast Club talking about P. Diddy wanting to take him shopping.
And that because of the what's the name interview?
Nord.
The Drink Champs.
Yes.
And he go when he's doing, he says things he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like we need to party. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
But you've been getting out for over a decade. I remember when you said the top feels so much better than the bottom.
Yeah, I've been saying this.
You've been consistent.
Can we all go?
Can I go?
When you see Jadakiss put his head down like. While we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see. Don't make like it's just me, man. Fluffy do some like a little fluffy stuff.
Now you guys
on.
are all.
He do some fluffy stuff. So we have Diddy's response to that too, which I think was quite interesting here. At least I believe it to be the response.
No, I think this is a sound from his videos.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay,
or
shit,
from his
my
parties.
fault.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so Charlamagne the God played a sound clip, of Diddy's parties to him.
Miami, a night of partying. I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, I love it all. I love it all, man. I like when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Scrambling and scraping.
That was you.
He's getting called out.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
And they
look
laugh.
at his face.
And they laugh.
But look at him. He knows he got called out.
And they laugh. But here's the thing, though. Okay? You see the Breakfast Club. At the time, it was not on Sirius XM. It was on a place called Revolt, which Diddy owned the company. Revolt. So it's always going to be a softball interview. But one more thing, because we did bring up Charlamagne the God. This is the first thing that I sent you regarding this topic, and like I said, we're not unfortunately we're not going to be able to get to everything. I wish we could get to everything, but we can't.
Right. There's so much that goes into it. I mean, at the end of the day, we also don't know who's confirmed in these tapes. We don't know who's confirmed to be, along with these actions.
I have ideas.
The people that are, whether or not they were coerced into it or anything like that. I mean, there's so many topics that just go into Diddy alone, and we have so much to talk about today.
Unfortunately, we cannot talk about all of it.
Right.
So we can't talk about the sex slave. We don't have enough time for that.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
Correct. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, have you clip this part right here? We're gonna put an edit in the podcast because I forgot the slate.
Oh,
so
go get
find
the
the video. We'll crop it in post.
Yes.
And then I got to go grab the slate because I totally forgot it.
That's okay. I could honestly. No, go get it. Go get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it might take me a second.
All right. Actually, I'm just gonna keep rolling. Go ahead. Right. Fuck it. All right, boys and girls. If you have if we have female listeners on the show, or if we haven't lost them all up to this point, guys, this is really crazy. Okay, we're gonna continue to go into this shit right now because it's very important that we do. I told Shide that I wouldn't spend any more than half an hour on this topic, but I think it does need to be addressed because this is real shit. So this is Diddy right here with President Obama. And to give you a little background on President Obama, at the time, he was... I don't know if this was pre-2008 or post-2008, but Obama is thanking Diddy for his support. And I want to just get this to you real quick because this is important that we cover this, that Diddy was with all of these high-profile political people. I'll show you a video of him and Hillary Clinton, but we're going to play it for you. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud
He doesn't have to do it, but he wanted to thank him.
you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt.
Okay. Now, obviously, Diddy is a black billionaire. Was not a black billionaire at the time, but still a very prominent person in culture. Let's not exaggerate that. But here he is with Hillary Clinton at the Democratic National Convention, the DNC, in 2004. Sorry. And they're talking, and he's interviewing her. And once again, she's talking about how he played a huge role. We're talking about Diddy and Hillary Clinton. I just played that video of Obama. So here we go.
We're going to talk about a problem that we have in young America. Young Americans being disenfranchised. Only 36% of us have voted. And I wanted you to speak. You're one of the few politicians that young people relate to. And we wanted to just hear a message on why you feel it's important for them to vote this year. Young people that, and please talk to the people that are disenfranchised, that don't believe in the power of their vote.
Well, I really think that this year more than any other, young people have their entire futures at stake. When I go to the floor of the Senate to cast a vote,
By the way, Hillary looks good in this.
Yeah.
She looks good.
casting a vote about what the economy is going to look like and what kind of jobs are going to be available, whether there's going to be health care, whether there's going to be good education. Every issue that you can imagine has a direct impact on how every young person watching is going to live his or her life. And so I would hope that this year, more than any other, people would stop and think, hey, you know, do I want to wake up in 5 years and, you know, have more violence in the streets than we do now, more homelessness, more people out of work, you know, kids not even having a chance to get educated, hospitals.
By the way, those things are like mainstream opinions, like of Republicans now, which is interesting.
All the time.
Closing down. This is a direct impact on their lives, and I believe your slogan, vote or die, is accurate.
Okay. So there's that. Diddy was obviously very close with the Clintons, which, by the way, Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, was on the Lolita Express 26 times, which, if you don't know what that is Epstein's plane.
Yep. Oh!
Obama. Yeah, I played that already. I'm sorry.
It's a clip of Obama and Diddy.
But Jinx, there was somebody who was right about all of this, actually, and they called him a madman. They said he was out of his mind. They said he was off the meds. Folks, Kanye West, formerly known as Kanye West, just Ye now. A little bit weird, but I love Kanye. Kanye can be wrong about a lot of things.
He can be, and he could say a lot of colorful things, a lot of things that get, you know, his sponsorships dropped. And
bless his heart, he has.
Yes, but the one thing that Kanye has done is shed light on a few things that people don't trust him about. And obviously, when you are spewing things about, you know, Jewish people and saying things about people of power and
whether or not we agree or disagree.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say is he's going to say all these things, and it's going to, you know, kind of make him a bad person in the media, somebody that the media necessarily might not be able to trust, yada, yada, yada. But now you're sitting here saying that you're sitting here saying that, oh, well, maybe he's right about certain things. I don't agree about what he said about the Jewish community and different stuff like that.
Listen,
but
you can, but I'm 2% Jewish, so I can say what I want.
Perfect. Well, I mean, if you'd like to control the weather a little bit, that'd be great.
I would like some rain.
But all I'm saying is it's absolutely asinine to sit here and when he makes allegations like this about people he's close with or knows, that's something that you got to take a deeper look on.
Kanye's been in this industry for like 25 years, couple as a producer, and then his first album in 2004 with College Dropout. But this is Kanye on Drink Champs. You could go the full thing, but it's really telling. He calls Diddy a Fed. Here we go. We're going to play it for you.
On TMZ, I just saw yesterday, they said
Pete Davidson and Kim have sex by the fireplace.
That's not what
to
I wanted
honor
to
their
hear.
grandmother.
This is not the Diddy clip.
It's Jewish Zionists.
Oh, hold on.
That's about that life. That's telling this Christian woman that has 4 black children to put that out as a message in the media. So when I drive by and I see the Hulu ads and I say the JP Chase Morgan ads, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, the devil is a defeated foe. You can't poison me. And by the way, y'all done already fuck with me so much. Y'all already Black Mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now. Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now. No.
That's tough.
Very tough.
That's a tough clip, especially because now you think of it is like, okay, well, what if they, which is whether it's the Illuminati, whether it's Puff Daddy, whether it's whoever.
Well, it's real.
What if they made Kanye look crazy? They made him appear this way, and then, like he said, they took his kids, they took his family. None of his friends want to be.
Trump fell for the second time.
Oh man,
just like in real life,
just like his assassination attempts. But like, what if Kanye is telling the truth here, man? Like,
well, have you seen the reports recently about his evil dentist?
Kanye?
Yeah. There's
No.
a celebrity dentist, and this guy's huge, right? A bunch of tattoos. I guess he's like a satanic dentist, whatever.
Okay.
But there was a rumor that he got hooked on nitrous, and they were controlling him through the gases and stuff like that, which is very interesting. There was also another report that his trainer or doctor, somebody in 2018, threatened to put him in. Oh my gosh, there were texts leaked.
Okay.
Threatened to put him in zombie land is, I think, the quote.
Okay. So probably just a
Yeah. If he didn't start talking, or if he didn't start conforming, or put him back in zombie land through what they called the drugs. So I don't know, man. I think personally he was in it. He was in this group, whether you want to call it the Illuminati, and something happened. There's like a good and bad of Kanye. He teeters every once in a while, right?
But I also liked the fact that he focused on, the boyfriend girlfriend that is Puff Daddy and Meek Mill.
Yeah.
He focused on them.
So I know it's really telling, and if this is true, which this was all speculation, but if this group, this club, if this is really true, I feel like a lot of the people that were fans of actors, musicians, politicians, even though you shouldn't be a fan of a politician, I think that a lot of people are going to be implicated. He's okay. I think a lot of people that we like, unfortunately, are going to be implicated. And this is the last thing that we'll talk about before we transition. But I just found this, so I have to bring it up. When Diddy, his 2 homes were raided back in March, he put this TikTok out. And this is him and his son. And they're reading off list of celebrities. I personally think this is as like a threat, and a way to threaten them, and we're gonna play this for you. It's weird, and I hope I don't get copyrighted for it. But if I do, I'm keeping it up.
I doubt you will.
But we're gonna play it. So here we go. Have you seen this yet?
I have not.
Okay.
So it's a live reaction.
Here we go.
Oprah. J-Lo. A-Rod. Will Smith. Alicia Keys. Black King God. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg.
Don't.
Snoop. DJ Khaled. Swiss Beats. Kelly Rowland. Chris Brown. Maluma. Issa Rae. Sierra. Janelle Monáe. Yeah, that's my sis right there. Lizzo.
That's obvious.
Jay Powell. Naomi Campbell. That's your auntie.
And so he's talking to his son.
Well, let's get back to the list. Okay. Jessica Alba.
Damn. I don't know what he's doing here. Is his son crying? I don't know.
Wilson. Gabrielle Union. Dwayne Wade.
That's obvious though.
LeBron.
Damn.
Back in his whole family. Tracy Ellis Ross. Little Uzi Vert.
Oh, not Uzi.
Sway Lee. Rick Ross.
He says Drake too.
Julian Huff. Diplo. D9. Rhea. Burna Boy. The show's third singer. Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. Say Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. That's right.
And the reason we're playing the whole thing is because he'll say more people.
Yeah.
Cara Delevingne. Winnie Harlow. Prince Montana. And a bunch of big surprises that I can't tell you. Because they're so big, sometimes they get busy and they forget that they committed to answering the phone in this Easter. So, but tomorrow, on my Uncle Diddy's Live, it starts at 3 p.m. East Coast. 3 p.m. and 12 p.m. West Coast. 12 p.m. West Coast. And we can bring the love. You know the love sign? You know the love sign, right?
All right. So obviously that was a little bit long, and I apologize, fellas. I thought Drake was implicated in it. I hope he's not. I'm a big fan of Drake.
Well, I think he said Drake first.
Did he?
I think so, because it says Drake. Go back just like the first couple seconds.
Drake. Okay, yeah. Drake was the first one.
Yeah. So, I mean, oh my God.
Isn't that chilling, though?
Oh, my God.
Isn't that chilling? And to think it all started, and I know I wanted to kind of cap it at that, but it all started with the clip of Cat Williams. And go ahead, say what you were going to say.
I don't even remember what I was going to say off the top of my head, so.
Well, I mean, it's just, it really is, bro. It's chilling.
It is. It is, like, especially if what he was doing was naming people that are all involved. And this is what I was going to say. The fact that he said that they all committed to answering the phone.
Mm-hmm.
They all committed to answering the phone.
Yeah.
So whenever Diddy calls, they have to answer the phone.
And it all started with this last year.
To turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
And Cat has the receipts, and we called him crazy.
P. Diddy liked to party, and you gotta tell him no.
People called him crazy.
Yup.
And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or it's God's side and the other side.
All right. So, yeah, fellas, that's what we're about. And we only said we would dedicate half an hour, but it looks like we've gone like 15 minutes over, which is try 19, which is fine.
There's so much.
Which is fine.
There's
Exactly.
so much to cover about Diddy. The slate is fat today,
The
fellas.
slate, and it's messy. It's
girthy.
Disgusting. Oh, it's something that Diddy would actually really like, to be honest with you.
In keeping it on the celebrity train.
Yes, this is kind of important because it kind of goes with everything that we're saying. So you hear about the freak-off parties, right? You hear about Diddy having these freak-off parties with the minors, and like we said, there's more shit. Okay, there's sex slaves, former sex slave that have come forward, childhood people in Hollywood, child celebrities in Hollywood that have come forward. Unfortunately, we can't talk about all of it because that episode would just be dedicated to Diddy. And at that point, I mean, listen, I don't love a lot of diversity because it's not diversity of thought, but we wouldn't have a diversity of topics right here.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And so what we're going to is a little bit of a jumping off point. This is a conspiracy because it hasn't really been proven, but with more of this coming out, I feel like we should shed some light on this. So if you have heard about adrenochrome, it is a conspiracy, and it is the thought that celebrities inject baby blood into their system, specifically when children know that something bad is going to happen to them. Something happens inside where they have this adrenaline, and they're able to take it out of the child's system and inject it into the celebrities to make them appear younger. And so with all of this coming out, right, this was, like I said, largely conspiracy.
Right, and it sounds crazy, because it is crazy, you know? But you know what else is crazy? P. Diddy fucking young kids.
You know what else is crazy is Tom Cruise looking like he's 30 when he's 60.
Right.
Or Brad Pitt.
Right, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and the one, the only...
Sandra Bullock. Nobody ever likes to talk about this. They say the adrenochrome conspiracy is false, and I hope it's false. But the evidence is damning, folks. So here we go. We have Sandra Bullock on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and Ellen is kind of playing around with the two, joking around, egging her on, almost like they're hiding this in plain sight. So you guys can decide for yourselves, but here we go.
Okay, let's talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. How many, did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do
Not
this?
everybody.
Okay, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay,
Sandra looks good, by the way, right in this picture.
It's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a
little person,
a piece of skin that came from a young person.
Look at Ellen. She's like, come on, say it.
And they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
And they're laughing.
And they laugh.
That is fucking crazy.
Right? Look at this.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
I don't think. It's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. It's like,
Who thinks of collecting it and having it for? We'll do something with this
and
someday.
Why didn't we come up with that?
Right. We'd be rich.
And so we call it. I call it the penis facial, and I think when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say, "Give me the penis."
Right there.
Give me the blood of a Korean baby's foreskin. What the fuck are you talking about, Sandra Bullock?
Right there. Right there. All right. So they can say what they want, but that evidence is damning. I don't know what you want to call it, but personally, I think that this is awful shit.
It is.
And you hope that it's not real, but bro, the evidence is damning. The Hollywood empire, the Hollywood satanic cabal is falling.
It is.
Before our very eyes.
It is. And it's disgusting.
Bro, this is a house of cards, right? The facade is finally going down, and it's crazy because when we were growing up, all of these people, you would not think the entertainment industry was like this. You may have heard murmurings in like the 90s or whatever, but to us, bro, we look up to these people, and we're meant to worship these celebrities, these idols, idolize them, want to follow them. A lot of people make them their god, and the fact of the matter is, these people are the worst people possible. And it like people say, oh, the devil's not real, God's not real. But like, if you could do this shit and laugh about it, one of the best quotes that I've heard is, the greatest thing that the devil ever did was convince us that he wasn't real. Bro, I'm telling you, there are dark forces controlling these people, these elites in Hollywood, in the world.
Yeah.
Not just Hollywood. When you talk about Bill Clinton, when you talk about all these politicians going on the plane, Epstein's Island.
So let me ask you this, Luke. Is this the tip of the iceberg? Where are we at? Let's call it the pyramid.
Gosh.
And where are we at? Because was Harvey Weinstein and all the Me Too movement people that got attacked, were they at the bottom? And then was the middle the Diddy stuff, and now the adrenochrome and everything else? And what's the top? What is the top of the pyramid? What is the top of the food chain? Who are the people behind closed doors that we don't even know their names, but they're billionaires, maybe trillionaires? They're
Israel.
Oh, fuck. Maybe.
When you see the way that the majority of the Congress treated Netanyahu, and again, we're not going to talk about the exploding pagers. I don't give a fuck about Israel. But when you see the way that Congress treated Netanyahu when he came to address the nation and ask for more money, like the leech he is, they cheered like it was their own president.
Right.
They cheered. And when you find out, do you know who Thomas Massey is? I'll help you out.
Yeah. Give me a name.
Congressman from Kentucky.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Very conservative.
Yes.
Always votes against the bills to fund any foreign war. With the Democrats sometimes, right? He went on Tucker Carlson. He exposed that there's a group called AIPAC, which is an Israel funded group, an Israel-backed group to protect the best interest of Israel. And so when a congressperson, this is only in the Republican Party because he's Republican, he doesn't know about the Democratic side. When a Republican congressman or congresswoman is at risk of voting against a bill, against something that will be good for Israel, AIPAC will go and essentially bully them into voting for the thing that's going to benefit Israel.
Really?
Thomas Massey breaks this news. It was not mainstream news to my knowledge prior to this. Couple weeks later, his wife is killed in a car crash.
That is correct. I totally forgot about that.
He talks about in this episode how he loves his wife, he loves his family very much, he cherishes them very much, and then this is taken away.
Of course. And they're the top. Maybe
AOC,
they are the top.
AOC, okay?
Hot.
AOC, regardless of what we think about her political opinions, she thinks that there is a wage gap, which is very stupid because it doesn't exist. She talked about this, but now this is for the Democrat side. So if you know, what's this guy's name? One of the districts in New York, I can't remember it, but they have the squad. It's about 9 members, Democratic members of Congress, men and women who are progressives, okay? And one of them, who once again, I cannot remember his name. Is it Cory Bush? It may be Cory Bush. AIPAC, in this guy's Democratic primary, he was the incumbent, funded his opponent, who was much more pro-Israel than him. What happened? He was a congressman for I'd like to say 2 terms.
Okay.
He lost. Because they put millions and millions and millions of dollars behind his other guy. Which, listen, I'm not a fan of the squad. I don't agree with any of their political opinions. But if you're telling me that a foreign country put millions and millions, through AIPAC, millions and millions of dollars into the opponent, you could say what you want about the socialists, you could say what you want about AOC. I don't think another foreign country should have plants in our government.
Absolutely
It just
not.
doesn't make sense.
Absolutely not. Because the issue is the people in our government are more worried about the money in their own pockets than they are the United States citizens.
And the fact is, bro, we have a presidential candidate who has now went through or survived allegedly 3 assassination attempts. Put him up. Trump has survived over 3 assassination attempts so far, and it is chilling that we are the news cycle Everybody forgets it. It is crazy.
Not only do they forget it. I went on. I want to read his name because I will have to admit that I did look it up. But I want to sit here and I want to tell you that there are some sick leftist fucks.
There are some sick fucks
on X, and I replied to one of these because it was fucking insane.
And like, here's the thing, this was in the news cycle for maybe a day. The first assassination attempt was in the news cycle for maybe a week, and then Kamala comes out. Bro, we are not paying enough attention to this. No political violence is okay. We would feel the same if it was Kamala.
Absolutely.
Let me just get that straight.
Absolutely,
okay?
absolutely.
The fact is, this is just being glossed over, and
you
know if it happened to Kamala, it would be in the news for months.
It would be, and not only that, the sick leftist fucks are saying that it's staged.
I know.
That the assassination attempts are staged. Now, I'll sit here and tell you that if these assassination attempts are staged, then it is all government, and it is people trying to stop Donald Trump.
It has to be a psyop.
This is not Donald Trump. This is MK Ultra. Like, this is exactly what happens. And like the people, their MOs, their lies. I mean, it's insane. And then you want to sit here and say that it's staged. So I just want to sit here and I want to say that Corey, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Compatore, I think. That is the firefighter, the husband, the father that died in Butler, PA, during the assassination attempt. So I just want to sit here and say that if you think that was staged, you're a fucking idiot. Not only that, I mean, like, I don't even...
People were also injured, too, not just dead.
Right, so, I mean, yeah, I don't even want to say that it was... Obviously, it wasn't staged, you retards. It wasn't fucking staged. And even if it was staged, okay, mind you, even if it was staged, you guys are so worried about Donald Trump. How about you worry about the firefighter, the husband, the father that was killed during all this?
They don't
Nobody fucking cares. Nobody respects this man. You want to know why? Because he was a Trumper.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing it all over X that they were talking about Tanisha and Tamara. The two black sisters that had a Disney Channel show. I think it was Disney Channel.
Maybe.
Tia and Tamara, I think their names are. But somebody was saying that Tia or Tamara's husband is MAGA, and that's why they don't talk anymore or anything like that. Number one, if you let politics interrupt the one thing that you have in this life, which is your blood family.
That's crazy.
I understand if your blood family is completely deranged, sick, whatever, but because of their political statement or the candidate that they want to vote for, you're okay with just throwing away your whole family. Again, you're a fucking retard.
That's crazy. And so, continuing on, and I want to get back to what you said about, you're talking about this family being split up because they didn't like the one guy's political opinion.
Yeah.
Bro, it was recently in the news again. I'm listening to Matt Walsh, and I've heard this before, and I don't know if it's like
also
current.
Just because you said his name.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I wish I saw the movie.
You didn't get to see it this week, which is okay. You were busy. I did get the joy to see Matt Walsh's Am I Racist? It is a phenomenal comical film.
All right, do a review without spoiling it, please.
Absolutely. So basically what Matt Walsh is doing in the opening clip, he goes dressed as Matt Walsh to try and figure out, quote unquote, if he is racist, because he sits down with these people that say America is inherently racist. They're racist down to their bones, and DEI, which is the diversity,
equity, inclusion.
Yes. He is working to expose all of this. So basically, in the first clip, he does get recognized, which is funny just because he walks into this like big group circle held by a light-skinned lady who is talking about how she doesn't feel safe in that circle. Because you want to know why? Because it was all white people.
Yeah, I've seen the clip.
Yeah, so Matt Walsh comes in with a mask the first time, which is fucking hilarious. I just want to tell you that I was sitting in the theaters, and honestly, the first thing that was the funniest part of it is I went with 3 of my cousins, and I made my one cousin go up and order the tickets, and the tickets were from a gay black man. So, I mean, automatically he's asking for 4 tickets to Am I Racist, and that's just fucking hilarious. But we walked in, and there's probably 15 people in there, which is honestly more than I thought, and it was also cool because there were groups of females, and I don't know if they were, like, reviewing it, if they were liberals, or if they genuinely, like, wanted to see it, because when I think of Matt Walsh, when I think of Daily Wire, when I think of, you know, conservatives in general, you think of men.
Yeah.
So, and it's not to be sexist.
Was it packed?
There was like 15 people in here.
Really?
In there. So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't packed, but it wasn't a big theater because also it's only being showed in select theaters, which is fucking bullshit.
But it got more and more.
It did.
The theater that you went to, when I checked it out, tried to get tickets prior, it wasn't available.
Really?
So this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short, he goes undercover in this liberal attire with a man bun and these skinny jeans, and he exposes the DEI industry, and it is hilarious because everybody wants to say that Republicans are racist and the Republicans only care about race and they're the racial party, when in reality the liberal leftists, the DEI certified people, you are all fucking morons.
Facts.
You are the racist ones.
Facts.
You're the ones that want to bring race into everything. You're the ones that want to split and divide everybody because of their race, and you want to bring everything up, and it's fucking stupid.
The most
So
racist
stupid.
thing from the Democratic Party and all liberals that they believe is that black people cannot get an ID to vote. What the fuck? And that I heard this was the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul.
Yes.
Black people don't have access to Wi-Fi. Shut the fuck up. They are confirming their own bias there.
They are.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud.
Right.
They don't view black people as equal.
No,
that
they
is
don't.
so racist to say that somebody cannot obtain a form of ID, because what the Democratic Party and liberals will say is that they think they're stupid, basically. That is the biggest crock of shit.
It is, and it's very funny because I made this point when I was at the movie with my cousins when we were talking about voter ID. You want to sit there and you want to say, oh, they can't obtain a driver's license. Okay, maybe they don't drive, but guess what? There's not a person here that cannot obtain an identification card.
Unless
Also-
you're here illegally, which
Exactly.
a lot of illegal immigrants can do that.
Right, and they have fucking Wi-Fi. So you can't sit there and tell me they don't have Wi-Fi. But anyways, what I was trying to say is you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me that these people, it's racist to ask for identification to vote.
It's bullshit.
But let me ask you this, Luke. How do you survive in this economy? Whether you're working, whether you're on welfare or food stamps, whatever, you have to have an ID. You have to have an ID to get on welfare. And I'm not even talking about black people. I'm talking about whites, Asians. They're way too smart to be on welfare. But like, let's just stick to black and white. I mean, there are absolute shit white people, there's absolute shit black people, and that's not a racial thing. That is just the color of your skin. So all I'm saying is there are shit people across the board. But guess what? Whether you're working, whether you're on welfare, food stamps, everybody has the ability or the need to present an ID. You can't fucking do anything without an ID. You're telling me those people, they're not going to drink or smoke? I mean, honestly, the people that you classify on welfare, whether it's black or white, those are the trashy individuals that probably put fucking booze and smoking over groceries.
It is
so
just
you need to present those identifications in order to purchase those things. So you can't sit there. So if you're going to tell me that it is racist for me to need to show an ID to vote, then I'm going to go off on every person that IDs me when I try to buy beer at the grocery store. That's racist. Don't ask me that. That's racist.
Crock of shit, because for 4 years during COVID, all of these same people that said black people cannot obtain an ID, people that are disenfranchised cannot obtain an ID, they wouldn't let you into the fucking grocery store in some states unless you had a vaccination card. So you're telling me that I can't get food, I'm gonna starve, I'm going to die of starvation because I did not get a COVID shot and I did not get my vaccination card. That is crazy. So the hypocrisy is real. They made everybody get not voter IDs. They made everybody get vaccination cards, regardless of what race. It didn't matter. But then they turn around and they say black people can't get voter identification cards. They can't get IDs.
Yep.
How are you? That's racist.
It is.
Shut the fuck up. And this is why right here that I think Trump will legit win. I don't think anybody's going to cheat because I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to be above the margin of error. It just pisses me off. I wish we could have a Democratic Party that is for the workers, the old Democratic Party.
Exactly.
Even the Democratic Party of 15 years ago, 16 years ago, okay? Why can't we have two parties that don't play this game of politics anymore?
Right.
And it's who has the political football, who's going to make up the biggest bullshit story. And right now, the Republicans look like the sane ones, and they're not traditionally sane. That's the thing. They're just the lesser of two
And you
want
to know why? You want to know why, Luke? Genuinely, this is why the Democratic Party is so insane. And we've seen it. Barack Obama was probably our last quote-unquote sane or calm Democrat.
But the thing was, he was a warmonger, though.
He was. But here's I'm sitting here saying, because he was, number one, he was well-spoken. He had policies. I would have voted for him. You said you would have voted for him. So I'm sitting here saying this because I'm trying to make the point that for the past 8 years, Democrats have not been worrying about stopping Republicans or about their policies. Democrats have strictly been worried about defeating Donald Trump and defacing Donald Trump. That is what's wrong with the Democratic Party. They are not worried about the working class. Shut the fuck up, Kamala Harris. You are just as dumb as your dumbass running mate, the old senile man in office. You're all fucking a bunch of morons.
I think personally it started in 2012 with the start of Obama's second campaign because he was such an unpopular president the first time, and so they changed everything. I remember what we say, right? Trump was not the start. He was the response. I think it's when the Democrats pivoted and they marketed everything to the disenfranchised people. LGBTQ, black, minority, anybody that could have been considered to be a group that was disenfranchised. They ran to them and they left the backbone of America, which was the workers. I think that is the big thing. When they started playing the political game and they started preying on the people that are helpless. And then we covered this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party, young men are leaving the Democratic Party, which is huge. If you want to win elections, sorry, you're going to need young men. And I want to talk about this too. This is not something that I pulled up.
No,
but
all good.
There's a recent
off
Kamala,
the cuff. It's not on the slate either.
There's a recent Kamala Harris ad, right? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Is it the one that Donald Trump released when she was talking about
white dudes?
Oh no.
All right, so we're gonna I'm gonna riff a little bit while I'm looking this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Go
this
ahead.
is kind of important. It shows how out of touch the Biden or the Harris-Waltz campaign is.
While you're doing that, I just want to wrap up the fact that because we were talking about
go ahead.
Matt Walsh's
sorry.
"Am I Racist?"
Sorry.
I just want to applaud Matt Walsh. It was a phenomenal film, back-to-back phenomenal films. After he released "What Is a Woman," which just completely blew up all the liberals.
Great documentary.
And also, then now "Am I Racist?" exposing DEI for the bullshit that it is. Phenomenal job, Matt Walsh. Keep it up. Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, everybody over at Daily Wire, I applaud you. I love your shows. Phenomenal work, guys.
I love
phenomenal
the podcasts too. You have to say the pod. I listen to
well,
your
that's
podcast.
why I meant the show.
Yeah. I listen to your podcast all the time, every single day. Big fan of the Ben Shapiro show, and Matt Walsh too has. That's the thing too with the departure of Candace Owens. We're not going to agree or disagree, but with the departure of Candace Owens in the past 2 years, Matt Walsh has really cemented himself as a real conservative political host.
Yeah,
a real voice in conservative media. Before, Matt Walsh was just another one of the Daily Wire people, kind of like a Jeremy Boring or a Michael Knowles or whatever.
It's the monotone voice. It's the just and he's stating facts, but he's also funny as all fucking hell.
He's become a
hilarious.
conservative star though now.
He has.
Now he is a mainstay in conservative
He has, yes.
in media.
Yeah.
So that's huge, man.
It is.
He's also
just hats off to you, Matt Walsh.
Yeah, let's give him a
It was a
clap.
phenomenal film. Luke here is going to watch it here soon, and
I'm
then
bringing
we can give a full recap. You're bringing your black fiance with you. It's going to be phenomenal.
She's a little bit Ethiopian, if we could be honest, and I'm a little bit Jewish, but I'm mostly white. And now what we're going to watch here is a campaign ad from the Harris-Waltz campaign. And who are they trying to pivot to, because they know that they won't win the election if they don't have these people, is white dudes. So now what you're about to see is the most patronizing political ad. They are trying to get a political group to vote for them, and honestly, I think it's quite off-putting. Here we go.
Hey, white dudes. So, I think we're all pretty sick of hearing how much we suck. Every time you go online, it's the same story. We're the problem.
First of all, how are you gonna butter up a political group if you say that we suck off the bat?
And yeah, some white dudes are. Trump and all his MAGA buddies are out there making it worse, shouting nonsense in their stupid red hats and acting like they speak for us when they don't. All they've ever done is screw us over.
Pause this. But you know who does speak for me? Certified gay man Tim Waltz.
Confirmed gay man Tim Waltz.
If you're not on the MAGA train, where do you go? Isn't it just swapping out one crappy option for another?
Okay, right there, right? Okay, so you're supposed to talk good about your political candidate, right? Here we go. We have this actor who sounds like Nick Kroll playing the gym teacher from what's the Netflix
Big
show
Mouth.
from Big Mouth. Sounds like a crappy interpretation of that, impersonation of that. Okay, but on top of that, they're saying what? We're just swapping out one crappy option for another, meaning swapping out Donald Trump for Kamala Harris, who is an obvious more so of a crappy option, I would say.
Absolutely.
Then it hit me. This isn't about picking teams. It's about who's got a plan that's going to make life better for me and my family.
You were in office for 4 fucking years. The economy is in the tank. Inflation is almost at an all-time high.
But certified gay man Tim Waltz did come out and say that it ends. It ends. It ends. The economy and how bad it is, it ends when Kamala Harris becomes president of the United States. She was second in command, you dumbasses.
For 4 years.
Everybody has said that Kamala Harris has been hand in hand with Joe Biden with every decision, with everything he's done.
Last person in the room.
He might have the last breath or the last word on whatever's happening, but Kamala Harris is always there. She's always there. So you can't sit here and tell me that you're going to change anything. You want to give $25,000 to new home buyers. Guess what? Houses are just going to go up $25,000, you fucking moron. Like, it makes no fucking sense. She has no policies. We can't get into this again.
Shide.
Continue finishing this or else
Shide,
I'm going to...
This commercial is supposed to be marketed to us.
So I've been doing my own research.
By the way, the fact that he's sitting there, this actor is supposed to be a white dude. He's like, I'm doing my own research. They haven't campaigned or they haven't pandered to any other groups in saying that women do their own research, which is a little bit sexist.
Just white dudes.
Decided to check out Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And before you jump down my throat.
Meaning this is coming from the Harris campaign saying, listen, before you judge our candidate because she's so fucking awful, listen, right? That's really bad when your own political campaign thinks of you like that.
Oh, they're actually talking to guys like us. No lectures, no BS.
You're lecturing us right now.
Real solutions that protect our freedoms and help us take care.
Protect our freedoms. You're on camera saying that you want to take guns away.
Time out, you dumbasses.
Protecting our freedoms. You're saying that you want to eliminate free speech. You want to take down Twitter. Don't tell me about protecting our freedoms, you dumb fucking cunt.
Right. And on top of all that, and on top of all that, you made me lose my train of thought. Fuck! Tim Waltz is gay!
Confirmed gay man Tim Waltz.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
I hope we don't get sued.
What were we talking about?
Oh, gosh. Freedom.
Oh, no, in this ad, it literally just got done saying that they're talking to guys like us. You want to know what happened when they were talking to guys like us? Yeah, it wasn't Tim Waltz and Kamala Harris, but Joe Biden went to talk to guys like us, and he put on a fucking MAGA hat, you dumb ticks! Like, what the fuck are you talking about? These people are so fucking stupid.
Well, I think a woman wrote this commercial, and I think she was a big leftist.
It might have been. We don't even know. I'm so sorry. This might be a white trans man with the audio behind this. So if it is, I apologize.
We're only 50 seconds through this campaign.
How long is it?
And honestly, I think Harris and Walz are the ones to make that happen. End of the day, you're your own man.
End of the day, you're your own man. Yeah, I'm voting for Trump, you fucking moron.
It's your call. But if anyone gives you crap about it, tell them it's none of their damn business.
Shut the fuck up with Tim Waltz's camp. It's none of their damn business, okay?
It's none of their damn business what my sexual identity is, damn it!
I'm voting for Trump more so because of this ad right here, okay? And look, you want to see how out of touch? Look at this person, right? White dudes understand the assignment, hashtag yes we can. Shut the fuck up. This is the
and that's the Leslie Abravanel, whatever the fuck that last name is. White dudes understand the assignment. How, Leslie, how are you speaking for the white man, Leslie?
when you're a fucking woman. Bro, this is the most patronizing political ad. Damn it, I don't want to hear it anymore. This is the most patronizing political ad. As a white dude, as somebody that they're trying to get, they have lessened the likelihood that I will vote for them.
It
okay?
is. And this goes hand in, not to cut you off, but this goes hand in hand with the voice changes that Kamala has in the pandering to all these different audiences when she's down south, when she's talking with when she was talking with the Spanish accent with I love you back, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, so you're pandering to all these different people, and it just all comes back to the fact that the left is the most racist fucking political party there. They're pandering to every race, to every gender. There's only two, you fucking moron.
Shide, I'm heated.
I can't stand it.
I'm heated.
I can't stand it.
Bro.
It's all pandering, and it all comes back to the fact that the left is racist. Why is it white dudes understand the assignment? Because guess what? White dudes and black dudes, we both suck. If you want to sit there and say that white dudes suck, I've seen just as many black dudes sucker punch women in New York City. Those fuckers suck too, okay? White people, black people, Spanish people, I said Mexican, that was stupid. But, like, I said Mexican right after Spanish.
Dude, it's Latinx. Chill out, okay?
Oh, my God. God, I can't stand this.
All right, well, do you want to go over something we haven't done before? I don't think we've done this before. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So we are going to make a little projection here, fellas. And I'm not on the right website, but we are going to go through, and right now, we're going to predict who we think is going to win the presidential race. So I don't know how I can reset this, but I'm trying to go on to give you guys a little idea of what I'm doing. I'm trying to go on the electoral map where I can predict, like, who... I can like press what I think is gonna I think's gonna win.
I would just like to also preface this with we are looking for the electoral college, and the electoral college needs to be. It needs to be over. The electoral college.
No, I disagree. Let's have the debate. Go ahead.
Okay, so the only reason that I say that is because what you're doing is you're going to allow everybody inside of your city to vote, and then whoever wins, then correct me if I'm wrong, this is basically the breakdown. So people in the state of California are all going to vote, and then whoever wins that election, California then has whatever number of like votes and say based on the people that live in that city.
Right.
It should just be
state.
State, excuse me. It should just be a straight up Ohio doesn't have any votes in the Electoral College. It is all the citizens across the board in the United States that vote, and it is a yes or a no. Like it's either 17 million or whatever the fuck vote for whoever, and the other half vote for whoever. Like, that's how it should be split up. It shouldn't be, okay, he won California, so now he's getting 54.
But here's what you have to remember, too. California is the biggest state in the United States. I believe California has 50 million people that live in it.
Right.
So it's always going to have a lot of people, but here's the problem. If you don't have the Electoral College in 2016, Trump isn't the president.
Well, and that's
the thing.
Because
he didn't win the popular vote. He won the Electoral College.
You're right.
They just do the popular vote just to show, but the Electoral College is very important because it doesn't give California so much power because they do have 50 million votes. And if a state like California, say you had California who has 50 million people, say you have New York that has around, I'd say 20 million people. Trump got like 80 million votes. No, he got like 79 million votes in this past election, right?
Okay.
So say you have California, you have New York, you have... What else is very populated? You have...
Texas. I mean, are you looking for left states?
I'm just looking for left states. Okay, so you have California, you have Illinois, you have New York, and then say you have Massachusetts, okay?
Yep.
Let's say, hypothetically, that's around 90 million. Let's say most of those people are going to vote, so let's just say 80 million, okay? Right there, 80 million votes, that's roughly what Biden got last time. Say the rest of them vote red, which they won't. But it gives those states that are so populated so much power. The Electoral College, what it does is it gives a score based off of that population. So, like, okay, California has 54, right?
Yeah.
Texas last election cycle had 38. But if we see now, it has 40 because of the exodus of people from places like New York and California because of the harsh COVID policies. Also, what you will see is Florida had 28 last election cycle in 2020. Now they have 30. So this
So it's
does
interchanging.
Yes, exactly. So this is all from the census. Okay, that's where we're getting our information. So let's just do this right now, right? Texas, I think it goes red, although it's kind of scaring me because Ted Cruz's Senate race is really tight.
It is. It is. And there's a lot of people that do not like Ted Cruz.
Yeah, which I understand. I think he's a cuck, personally.
I agree.
Trump said his wife was ugly, and he turned around and endorsed him.
Wife's
Anyway,
like,
so
you got a dog wife, Ted.
yeah, okay, so Texas, I think it's going to go red this election cycle. Same with Alaska, okay, Florida. These are all pretty much guarantees. Oklahoma, very red. Very red.
Yep.
Louisiana,
Red.
a shit state. Mississippi, Alabama. Oh, not Georgia yet. I don't want to do that. Alabama. We have South Carolina. Let's just get this. I don't want to.
I mean, all the southern states.
Right now, Trump is like narrowly winning Georgia, so I'm just gonna put it there. Okay.
Okay.
Biden won it last election cycle.
So let's go now, because obviously we have our swing states. So let's just go to California, which we already know is going to be blue. We know New York is going to be blue.
Are you sure? Trump had 60,000 people at that.
You're right. And certified gay man Gavin Newsom is really not doing great things.
Yeah.
So that might swing.
Well, I think California's a lost cause. Hawaii always votes blue. I don't think that's going to change anything.
Change.
Let's just say New York goes blue for the hell of it, okay? What else do we have? So Washington State's going to blue, and Oregon will go blue. Now we have the red states, right? I'm not going to touch Nevada yet. I'm not going to touch Arizona. New Mexico will go blue.
Yep.
Colorado will go blue, guaranteed. Utah's going to be red. Wyoming's going to be red. Idaho, red. Montana, red. Dakotas are going to be red. Nebraska has that weird territory. I'm not going to touch it yet.
Yep.
Kansas
now, what do you
red.
think happens in Minnesota?
Minnesota has... Here's the thing. Minnesota has been blue for a long time. Ronald Reagan, his second term, he only lost Minnesota and D.C. I don't think that Minnesota goes red. I think it's going to go blue.
So the only case that I have for Minnesota, and I've been hammering this home on Twitter, but the fact, and we've hammered it home before, the fact that Kamala Harris supported the riots, okay, and Tim Walz is coming from Minnesota, and there's a lot of Minnesota people that live in Minnesota that do not like Tim Walz. Now, there's also just as many people that do like Tim Walz, but
Yeah.
I think due to blindness, Minnesota will go blue.
I think so too. And
now here's another hot take as well, not to cut you off, but I do see Michigan going blue and PA going red.
Well, I want to talk about the swing states at the end. Okay?
Absolutely.
So Ohio is deep red now, right?
This
is confirmed.
And look at that. Look at that race already, 230 to 163.
This is huge.
Just if this happens.
This is huge, okay? And I've been following the polls. This is what I think. I wish I didn't click on Georgia because Georgia is, at the moment, it's a swing state. But right now, I think Trump will win Georgia ultimately because what happened with Biden is he was very popular with people in Georgia because of just the blue-collar aspect. And what happens now is people in Georgia, they lose that because they don't see Kamala as somebody who's going to back the blue-collar workers there. So that's a big thing. So I do see Georgia going to Trump because of everybody outside of Atlanta. That's just how it is.
Perfect.
North Carolina, very scary now that Kamala is actually winning in some polls. I don't want to touch that yet. Let's go to Maryland real quick. Maryland will be blue. Delaware is going to be blue. New Jersey is going to go blue. Massachusetts, blue. Where is that? Connecticut, blue. What's this one? Rhode Island, blue.
Rhode Island, yeah.
Vermont, this is the home of Bernie Sanders. That's going to go blue as well, of course. All the New England states are going to be blue.
Yep.
Maine usually goes red, I think. I think it's red.
Okay, so let's do this though. Let's give Kamala Harris Maine.
We're going to give her We're going to give Maine. Okay,
let's give her Maine.
Fine.
Let's give her Maine for now. Now, let's also.
Well, here's the thing, though, real quick. I'm going to give Trump Nebraska because on here, they're not counting the territory. There's one territory that votes blue because it's, like, separate from Nebraska. So Trump gets Nebraska, okay? And now we have the swing states in question.
Yeah.
I think that once again, I apologize for everybody that I clicked Georgia. I did not mean to click Georgia yet, but I think it goes to Trump, okay?
Now let's give Kamala Harris the benefit of the doubt because of everything that happened with Mark Robinson.
We'll give her Michigan.
No, Mark Robinson's from Arizona.
Oh, no, I'm saying like
after, we can give her that, and we can give her Arizona as well.
Okay, so Mark Robinson is the gubernatorial candidate for governor in Arizona, Republican guy. There was a controversy about him maybe commenting on Pornhub. Okay, so that's a thing. Whatever. We'll just give it to her. And now we have Nevada.
Swing.
And I
Swing, and I think it's going Trump.
I've really been following the polling. I've been following. And again, take polling with a grain of salt. I really think of all the campaigning he's done there with the Nelk boys, with Dana White.
Yeah.
I really think that, especially with the migrant crisis, they're coming. California, right here, you see California's a border state, but they come into Nevada too.
Yeah.
I really think that Nevada goes red based off of that, based off the polling that I'm watching. Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, North Carolina. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I have no clue who wins North Carolina. It hasn't gone blue for a while. I don't understand. I don't like their senator, Lindsey Graham. I think he is an undercover gay man, confirmed gay man, who loves to talk about killing people when he does not have any children of his own. Let's just leave it blank. Okay, I think Pennsylvania goes red. I think
they go red as well.
I think all of the talk about Kamala wanting to ban fracking, even though she denies it, I don't think that it sticks. I think that 19 electoral votes is huge.
It is. It is huge. And then honestly, with that, if we give Trump North Carolina,
that's 276 he
there it
wins
is.
Right there. That's really tight. 259 to 276.
Right.
This is what I think it looks like. I think whoever wins Pennsylvania now, they used to say Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania, that whoever wins that controls the White House. That's not true anymore. Ohio is deep red. Florida is even more deep red.
Agreed. Now, the other thing that I will say is what everybody has been saying, that this election is within a margin of error.
It is.
It really is. Like, this is extremely close.
Look at this, man.
And I mean, it's so close. But Trump controls Texas. Trump controls Florida.
Here's the thing. Florida, I don't think Florida will go blue for a long time.
No, not right now. Not in this current
I don't
situation.
think in the next 25 years. They did a poll about Florida, and they said like there's 1.5 or 1.2 million more voters that are registered Republican than Democrat. And this is because, number one, all of the people that have migrated from different blue areas in the country, right, hence the extra 2 electoral votes for the cycle, but also to all those Cuban immigrants they're catering to, because Cuba, they've come from socialism, communism, all that background, and they don't want any of this shit anymore.
No.
And so you see those immigrants right there that are going red, and they're flipping, and that are really getting active in the political environment for the first time, really ramping it up. In fact, the Democratic Party just essentially closed up in Florida. They're not even trying. Texas is starting to become a swing state, which is very scary, because you win Texas and you win California and you win New York and you win Illinois, those big 4, you're done.
See, but the issue is, I think, southern Texas. So that border of Texas is very red. And I genuinely agree. I think the border of Texas is very red.
Which, listen,
and then when we get more north, necessarily maybe towards New Mexico, but at the same time we're also getting close, to Oklahoma, which is very red, very red. So I mean, genuinely,
it's the most most Republican state in the country.
Yeah, genuinely, I would like to see any state that is bordering a place where immigrants can come through. I genuinely see just being very red, because I think that it's a very big issue.
But also too, you have to take into account that the voter ID laws and the voting laws, you don't know how strict they're going to be. In Texas, I think it goes red, but I think it's a toss-up too. Trump only won Texas 52 to 47% last year, or last election cycle. So we'll see. Okay, so let's play a little devil's advocate here, right?
Yeah.
Virginia, the state of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin, who is a Republican, beat the incumbent governor. I can't remember his name, but this is the former Democratic governor of Virginia who talked about aborting babies after. Remember, you put it to the side. Trump made the comment, whatever. Glenn Youngkin is currently at a 60% approval rating in a blue state.
Really?
This was a big win for the Republican Party
huge.
in 2022. Let's just make the idea, right? Let's just make the argument that Virginia goes red.
And look at
now
that.
Trump's at 289. Okay.
Look at that.
So let's say that Wisconsin and Michigan, the blue wall, right? Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Let's say
Let's say Trump takes Michigan.
Let's say Kamala pissed off all the Muslims in Deerfield, Michigan, or Dearborn, Michigan, and they either don't vote or they vote for Trump, which is crazy. But let's just say that happens, and what he's saying about the auto workers really vitalizes, what's the word? Energizes. Okay, let's just say energizes, right? And especially with the endorsement of the Teamsters, which we didn't get any time to talk about today.
Yeah.
But that just energizes them completely, right? Let's say it goes to Trump. Same thing with Wisconsin, right? There are a lot of blue-collar workers there. Let's just say that goes. Now you're looking at 314.
Yeah.
Arizona, which is also a big toss-up, right? Maybe the governor candidate necessarily didn't make the right choices, but again, he's not Trump. They can vote one way, but vote for president another way, which we might see with Texas.
Agreed.
Okay. And now we're looking at 325. However, let's just give it back to Kamala. Let's give the blue wall back to Kamala. I don't see Pennsylvania going blue. I truthfully don't. But let's just give Kamala North Carolina, right? Now, he barely wins.
Yeah.
I mean, he wins by 3.
Right.
This is going to be a very tight election. Oh, hold on. So we give her back Virginia. She wins by 5 points. So...
But that's also giving her Arizona. That's also giving her Michigan.
Let's give her Nevada, too. Okay? So that's 281 to 254, right? No matter what, whoever wins, you're going to need Nevada. You're going to need Arizona. You're going to need Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Let's just give her Pennsylvania, and now she's at 300. You're going to need Pennsylvania. You're going to need North Carolina. I don't think he loses Georgia no matter what, but they're still calling it a swing state. Okay, so no matter what, okay, we're going to count. So you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 5, okay? You have 6, and you have 7. 7 states right here that you absolutely need. And we'll say 8 with Georgia, too. You have 8.
And they've been campaigning it hard.
You have to.
They've been campaigning it hard.
And I thought this was very telling, too. We're going to end this thing. Here we go. But I thought it was very telling, too, how Kamala skipped that dinner, the election dinner. It's something with the Catholic Church, the one that Trump went to. He
flamed Hillary.
Yeah, famously flamed Hillary. I thought it was very telling. She declined to go. She declined to go because she wanted to go campaign. But we'll see, man. Honestly, we didn't get a lot to talk about today, but we're running out of time.
Absolutely. We covered Diddy. We covered the politics. Mark Cuban's gay. Just wanted to throw that out there. I mean,
it's crazy.
It is. It's insane. And now it's time for the boys.
Yeah, I know.
For the boys. What are they doing? They got the Giants this week.
We've been doing this. We've been talking about this a lot. And we decided to make every last couple minutes of an episode our dedicated Browns talk.
Yes, sir. Both diehard Browns fans.
Diehard.
1-1, sitting 1-1 at the season.
1-1.
The New York Giants are absolutely dog pissed. Daniel Jones is god awful.
Terrible.
I see this being an easy game for us, but the issue is it's the Browns game to lose.
Well, it's also the NFL.
It is the NFL, but like I said, it's the Browns' game to lose here. It's a home game against the New York Giants, and everything, as a Browns fan for my entire life, it's set up for the Browns to lose because the Browns drop games like this. The important games that would advance us to 2-1 in the division. It's very unfortunate that I have to sit here and say that, but as ass as the New York Giants are, the Browns play shitty against shitty teams.
This is true.
They play shitty against shitty teams,
or at least in the past.
Correct.
Over the past 5 years or so, we've been brought to relevance, meaning like people talk about us. We're favored by 6.5 here. We were underdogs by 3 points last week in Jacksonville and beat them, so that was good.
Yes.
We'll see. Hopefully, we get our first home win here, and I say we because I sweat when I watch the games. I feel like I play.
So do I.
But it's gonna be interesting. For Deshaun, man, I see him getting over 200 passing yards.
Agreed.
And a passing touchdown. That's all I expect from him.
Agreed. Having Njoku out does hurt us.
But we got not Conklin. We got Jedrick Wills back this week.
We do have
left tackle.
The set's falling apart.
I know.
The set's falling apart. We do have Jedrick Wills back.
It's the liberals.
It's all going to be about the run game. We got to hammer down the run game.
Jerome Ford, Deonta Foreman.
Exactly. We got to limit Deshaun Watson's passing, and I say that just until we see something from him. He did have a pretty good game last week.
I mean, it was good. He had a good passer rating.
Yeah. So I mean, as long as we're distributing the rock, I think the best the Browns will be is when we get Nick Chubb back, because then teams get scared. They get scared of a top 5 running back in the NFL. There's the option to run. There's now the option to pass the ball, because teams aren't going to necessarily be Jerome Ford or Deonta Foreman's in the backfield, whatever. No, it's Nick fucking Chubb.
Exactly.
So it's a huge difference. I think we see once Nick Chubb's back, I think we honestly see Deshaun Watson's passer rating go up even higher.
He'll do better.
I think we see a lot more spies, like linebacker spies and stuff like that from the defense, from like opposing defenses, trying to make sure that Nick Chubb isn't catching out of the backfield, anything like that. That also might free up some of our receivers, like Judy, like Cooper, like Njoku when he's back in. I mean, it's all in all going to be very, very good for the Browns, I think, once Nick Chubb comes back and we begin this healthy campaign.
I agree, man. It's going to be fun. I expect a win, and I expect them to go 4-1 in these first 5 games. I truly do. After this, it'll be the Commanders and then the Raiders. Raiders will be a little bit challenging, but still the Commanders too. They get good players.
But then I think we play the Saints. I think we play Raiders Saints back to back. If we could take one of those games, I just don't want to drop both of them. The Saints look really fucking good this year.
They do, and obviously it's 2 games, so we'll see. But might put together a parlay, might not. But hoping to get a win, become 2-1, possibly be number 1 in the division after this week. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, fellas.
Well, no, we would be tied with first if the Steelers drop, because they're 2-0.
This is true.
Yeah, we would be tied.
Never mind. But yeah, fellas. So hopefully Diddy doesn't kill himself. We think he might. So if he does in the next couple days, then we told you so. But yeah, that's it. So we didn't talk about 1, 2. We kind of talked about Mark Robinson. I guess the only thing we didn't really talk about was Tony Dungy, Kamala Harris being on Oprah, Mark Cuban.
We didn't cover Kamala Harris on Oprah.
Did you say that Mark Cuban was a?
No, I didn't say that actually. No.
That's good, because I wasn't gonna edit it out.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it.
That's fine.
I wrote some disgusting things about Mark Cuban on the slate.
We didn't even talk about Mr. Beast either, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, all in all.
Sorry.
Covering the big news stories here. We're in election year, and Diddy's a pedophile. So there's a lot more things. There's a lot more things on my mind, whether or not Mr. Beast is fucking letting his contestants take breaks or not get sexually harassed. Diddy's sexually harassing little boys.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it is, and we hope that it does not continue. Like I said, I don't think that he'll kill himself tomorrow, but if he did, then we told you so.
Absolutely.
So that's that. Don't molest.
Episode 97?
Yeah, episode 97.
We have a big surprise for episode 100.
Yeah, kind of a change in scenery.
Is that going to be 99 or 100? It's going to be 99.
99, yeah. Because we're just not going to celebrate 100. We're just going to go straight to 99.
Yeah, so 99 is going to be a big one.
Yeah, big change of the environment and the scenery. Anyway, so we just see you. Once again, don't molest. Don't be like Diddy. And, yeah, have a great weekend. Hug your kids.
Follow us on Twitter.
We'll see ya.